What? Even just watching back that little scene right there. 16 years later, 16 years it's been. And 1998 was a good year for games. 16 years it's been since this game was released, and it just brings back so many memories. I was a pretty big wrestling fan back then. From about age 10 to 15, I would say I was a pretty big wrestling fan. So that would have been, what, 1995 through 2000. And this was like the heart of wrestling for me, was the WCW nWo. And we just covered WWF No Mercy recently in this series. So I figured I had to cover WCW nWo Revenge, the very first game I ever owned on my Nintendo 64, bought with the money I earned mowing grass for my grandma, who grossly overpaid me. And this game, it signifies a lot of things for me, but man, what a fun time. I mean, this whole intro, it's hilarious, especially for the N64. This was crazy back then, and it was just a lot of fun. And that's what this whole classic series is about, is reliving our younger days with gaming. And that doesn't mean you have to be old. You can still play these games now as a younger guy and still appreciate them. We've come so far in gaming, but this was awesome. Now, I'm going to skip the rest of it because it's really long, but we have Bash at the Beach in the background. It was either Bash at the Beach or SummerSlam, I can't remember. But that was when Hogan turned to the nWo. I was crushed. I think I was 10 at the time. I was absolutely crushed. I couldn't believe it. My hero, my childhood hero, had gone bad. And we're gonna play an exhibition. And this time in wrestling was it was huge for me, because obviously it was the time that I was into it. But Monday Nitro, the huge WCWs, and this was when WCW reigned supreme, and it was dominating WWE back then, obviously WWF back then. Let's go to Monday Nitro. And this game, I think, came out a year before WWF No Mercy, or WWE No Mercy, or whatever it was called back then. And so that game just had a couple more things, but pretty much they were both THQ, and they were pretty much the same games. I'm going to go to my favorite wrestler at the time, Goldberg. And even now, when I play if I do pick up like a current wrestling game, I'll use Goldberg's finishing move as my finishing move, because I love the jackhammer. So we're going to go with Goldberg, even though he wears underwear. I think, can I do random? No, I don't think I can do random. I have no idea how to do that. Who are we going to pick on here today? There's so many like weird characters too, like the EWF, the DAW. Let's go against, Scott Steiner. You remember that? Big Papa Pump. That dude had some of the biggest biceps I've ever seen. It was ridiculous. Oh man, even now, I play this game once in a while. I've played it on stream a couple times. Even now, just looking at some of these names, it's ridiculous. I always hated Raven. I don't know why. He's just like a little mopey emo. So we're going to go against Raven. And no time limit, no ring out. Yes, 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 yes. No DQ, yes. No interference. Let's rule. And this was before they had music. Just the stock entrance. You know, they kind of had their moves that they did in real life. But that was it. Very simple. I remember Goldberg. He always had the sparks flying around him, and you could see him breathing in the smoke. Yeah, that was awesome. Let's just skip that because the music is ridiculous. I always start out with the spear. You always got to start with the spear. I have no idea what this difficulty is on. I probably should have checked the settings, but these are the kind of games like you play, and then you end up using like the same kind of like technique every single time, especially when you're going through like the championship modes. Now Goldberg, if I remember, he's got a lot of like submission type moves. I think this is a submission. Yep. There's your submission type moves, and you got the referee that pops up in the corner. It's so ridiculous. This is one of those games where you'd have some friends over and you'd have some kind of a tournament in the single player mode. You'd have a tournament between you guys and see who could come out top and be the champion. More Doritos and Mountain Dew flowing through our veins. And you really just had to, and this game actually had a glitch to it that you could never lose if you didn't want to. When somebody pins you, all you had to do was hit the joystick. Hit the center joystick in the center of the controller, and you would kick out of anything. It doesn't matter. Or you could hold it down and you could lose. So that's also how you played Possum. Goldberg went on that. I think it was like 100+ win streak to start his career. He was undefeated, and that was like WCW's big shtick. Oh, are you gonna join in? Yes. Oh, you pooped, didn't you? Yeah, that's stinky. Oh my gosh. Can you go away? Do you stink? I'll change you in like... Let me whoop on Raven here a little bit. And then I'll change you, okay? Okay, bye. Oh my gosh. She's 15 feet away from me and I can still smell her. That is not going to be fun. Just don't sit down. It's always fun to try and get the poop out of the crack when they butt bomb onto the ground. Yeah, it's always nice. We're going to make quick work of him here. So we're about to get our special. We should be able to pin him. I would assume so. And so you guys know the drill. Let me know how this game brings back some memories. We're going to set him up with the spear. Did you guys play this in its prime? What games did you like better? Did you like the WCW games better? Or did you like the WWE games better? And we're going to give him the jackhammer. Get him high. I remember when he did this to the Giant. I remember when he did this to... What was that big guy? It was the big guy that he hung out with. I don't remember his name, but... And we win! We win! I think I preferred the WCW during that era, but the Attitude Era in WWF really brought it back. But let me know what you guys think, and as always, leave suggestions for future games. And as always, thanks for watching. Later.